Brad in
And
spirit, at least.
hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. We are episode
Somebody's got to wave to our fans.
75 tonight, folks.
Nice.
I like the new dashboard, by the way. Looks pretty
S-
cool.
So this is it's titled Dungeons and Dragons. It came with the release of the new handbook. So you have it.
Okay,
I
well, either
have it. I
way, it
love
looks
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very white.
Also, I watched a video and they explained that those core themes, the themes, you're only supposed to have one
Hmm.
of those selected at a time. Otherwise, it fucks shit
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
So,
I knew that.
okay. I thought you
You didn't
had
know
two
that?
of them. I thought you
No.
had two when we were going over stuff. But, anyways, hello, everybody, and welcome. We join our adventurers. They had climbed to the top of the mountain, fought a dragon who ran off,
Fucking little bitch.
given chase, gotten stopped by an old friend, and then had to turn around and go back because it turns out that the dragon is actually a Dracolich, and they needed some of its bones as part of the phylactery ceremony. That must be
Lucky my
performed.
deity didn't intervene. Otherwise, that bitch would be dead.
Dead. But yeah, we left off with the crew about to fast rope, do some air assault shit for any veterans who watch the stream, down through the top of the mountain and recover some dragon bones. That being said, there was a discussion at the end of the episode that there are no shovels or picks aboard the ship. And then
Look,
we
I
had
will, I will get down on my hands and knees and use my teeth if I have to. Either way, we're fucking going down there and getting bones.
oh
I
yeah
don't
no
care if
that's
we have shovels or not.
you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just setting
Okay.
the scene. So, but that is where we left off. So you are all aboard the ship. I don't remember who was going to go down. I think it was Fitz and Godric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fitz is gonna totally bear it up to dig.
Okay.
Miss Holly, as usual, is crying.
Yeah.
Miss Holly has to steer the ship.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Cross breezes fucking with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Fallon and Fennon can come with.
Okay.
If his sire will allow it, Fallon can come with.
I told him if he wanted to, he could.
Anything for you, my liege. All
Extra
right.
set of hands if you need it.
So the four of you are gonna go fast roping over the side of the ship down into the mountain. It's about an 80-foot drop, so you would have had to have fashioned at least two ropes together to be able to touch down. No problem there. But on the way down, I do
Not
need.
necessarily.
Yeah, unless you got more than a 50-foot rope somewhere.
No, I have a climbing rope. Or more specifically, rope of climbing.
Looking through your stuff. That's right, you do. That is a 60-foot rope, so it still won't reach to the ground.
No,
'Cause you're-
it'll get me 60 foot down, and then the other end will slip on down and be my other 60. And then so on and so forth till I get to the bottom.
Okay, well, everyone else will have to climb down to 50-foot rope lengths. Well, holds 3,000 pounds. You could all go at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. How are you going to get back up?
with the rope.
With the road.
It's a magical rope.
I thought it only went down.
No. One end goes where I tell it to go.
Should really read the equipment a little closer, huh?
Before you
Okay.
give it to me? Yeah, for sure.
How long has it been since we left to when we got back now?
Probably like 3 hours.
Yeah, I guess let's do that then.
Do what when?
The climbing rope?
Oh, okay. So you all start climbing down. I need athletics checks from everybody going down.
Yeah, here. If you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, the rope animates. As a bonus action, you command the other end to move towards the destination you choose.
Nope, that's fine. I got it.
Okay.
Not you, Miss Holly. You're not climbing down the rope. And I need to know what order you guys are going down the rope in.
Why are we not going down the road?
Because you're flying the ship.
Misty can fly it.
We don't. That's the point of the climbing rope. We don't have to climb it. We just hold on to it, and it goes.
Yeah, but you still got to hold on to it. And it only moves
Yeah.
10 feet every 6
Mhm.
seconds. So it moves slightly more than a foot per second. You ever done a dead arm hang? Your time is limited,
Well,
is my point.
yeah, but we can knot it. It's in the description. We
That's
can knot it and get advantages on climbing with it, holding on
I
to it.
well no, what I did is I lowered the AC on the jack.
Oh, nice. Appreciate it.
But grip strength is a factor. Okay, so you're not climbing. You're just holding onto this rope and saying go, and it will
Yep.
move you.
Yep.
That's busted. That sounds like a flying disc.
It pretty much well is, bro. You gave it to me.
It was.
I wasn't even asking for it. You just said, "Hey, I got this." That's on you.
You can hold one end and tell
Yep.
the other end to move towards a death. So you still got to
Yeah.
climb.
No, we could just hold onto it, and I tell the other end to go up, and then come over, and then go down to get off the ship, and then just keep going down.
But the end you're holding won't move. Only the other end will. So you're still gonna have to climb down
Yeah.
it. Or
Well,
slide
it's
down it.
the rest of the rope is hanging underneath the end that I'm telling to move.
You
And I
can
can also
only
tell the rope.
move the end you're not holding on to.
Yeah.
So if you hold on to one end and drop the rest of the rope over the edge,
No,
the
no, no,
only
no, no,
end
no, no,
that
no.
can move is the one over the edge.
Imagine the rope as a pole.
Mhm.
One end is up in the air, one end is down below.
Yeah,
I hold the end down below.
yeah.
I tell the end up to go up, over, and then down. Think of it three-dimensionally.
I understand that, but the end you're holding on to will not move in that three-dimensional space. Only the other end will, and it can only move to the extent of the length of the rope that there is. It can't pull you holding on to it.
Why? It can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
That's weight tension. That's not a carry. That's
I'm thinking
tension.
of it like a crane, and I'm telling the
Yeah, no,
crane end where to go.
I get what you're saying, but that's
Uh-huh.
no.
I mean,
It's open to
it's
interpretation, and I'm the final word.
I guess
on
so.
it.
Okay.
Going down will be easy.
Well, then,
You just got to slide. Going up, a little bit harder.
I want to go up and down too, and I'll just have Misty.
you're gonna have to take that up with the DM later. Okay.
Are we fast roping off of the ship?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I have pit, but I don't have anything to put it in, so.
No, the pittons don't go into the air, so.
Well, yeah, no, I figured that. I just didn't know if we were like fast roping down a mountain or something.
Yeah.
No, we're arguing semantics of a magical rope at this point.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's exactly what we're doing. Well, because I see it as we're holding one end of the rope, and I'm telling the other end of the rope to essentially move like a crane, and I
So
expect
so
the bottom end to follow
listen.
where the top end goes. I mean, not like snake exact. I mean, like,
So listen to this. As a bonus action,
yeah,
you can command the other end, so the end you're not holding on to move towards the destination you choose. That end will move
right.
10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns until reaching its destination, up to its
Yeah,
maximum length away, or until you tell it to stop. So once it gets 60 feet from the point you're holding on to, it will not pull anymore.
yeah. Okay,
So,
well, I only
so
need it
you
to go.
so you can't use it
But,
as a crane. What you
uh,
can do is slide down it and then tell the other end to move. However, I don't think that end stays in that space locked. It's not like a hover rope. So you can't like zigzag it up and down because once you'll have to tie it to the ship, slide down, and then somebody will have to untie it, or you tell it to untie itself. But when you do that, gravity will have an effect on you and it. So if you were climbing up and down a rock wall where you could grab onto the wall and tell the rope to go up another 60 feet and then keep climbing, that would work. But this won't work. You'll have to fasten two ropes together. But it's good we're hashing this out now, so we know for the
Yeah.
future. Now, I will say, something you could do is tie a regular rope to the ship, and then have this be the bottom section. And then on your way, on your climb up, when you cross over to the regular rope, you tell the magic rope to start going up. That way it's there, and you don't have to spend 20 minutes pulling rope back up. You only spend 10 minutes pulling rope back up.
okay.
But either way. What is the order you guys are going down? Apparently Miss Holly's coming with you now.
Who's going to keep this ship steady, Miss Holly?
Misty.
Okay. If the rope isn't going to do the way I'm expecting it to, I'm thinking it'll be faster if we use multiple ropes then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's going down first? Okay. Second.
I'm in a hurry to go, so.
Okay.
Oh, you can go first. I'll go second.
Okay.
Either way, we're going.
Who's going third?
I guess me.
Okay. And Fallon will be right behind you, and Fennon bringing up the rear. All right. You begin your descent. Athletics checks have been made. Godric, I need you to make a dexterity check. Okay. You're about 15 feet down the rope. And above you, you hear, and you look up, and clearly Miss Holly was not air assault certified as she begins to plummet towards the ground, having lost grip of the rope.
That's great.
You reach out to grab her as she flies past you and just miss her hair. and she is currently falling. Is anybody doing anything while she falls?
Going
You get one chance. It's like a reactionary. You only get 1 round's worth of doing anything.
I'm going to let go and dive after her.
Okay.
And as soon as I touch her, I'm going to do my bonus action Celestial Legacy flight power thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. Didn't you use that already? When you were fighting when you were fighting the Dracolich, I thought you used it.
No, because it wasn't going to do me any good since he was so big. I just used my Vow of Enmity to get the
Okay.
what do you call it? The advantage.
Okay. Sounds good. Miss Holly, make a dexterity check as well. Beautiful. So, Fitz, you go plummeting towards Miss Holly, grabbing onto her, activating your wonderful wings, which I added underneath your paladin actions and effects, so we can keep track of that from now on. Managed to grab her and then fly her down safely to the ground.
Is that Celestial Revelation?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Thank you,
no, that's-
Step Paladin.
I had to change the
Oh.
description on it because you can't add items. Like, I can't right click and add a paladin action like I could a weapon. I have to drag and duplicate one of the other things there, and then I changed the description on it. So it's good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did you mark that already?
Yes, I did.
Is it normal that I don't have anything on the combat tracker?
What do you mean?
It just says Miss Holly.
Yeah, because I recoded and fixed your sheet.
Okay.
So you should be good. Except for your resistances.
Right, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I'll deal with that later. The rest of you, over the next couple minutes, shimmy your way down the rope, eventually getting to the ground and meeting with Fitz and Miss Holly. You now stand. I don't have the map readily available. You now stand exactly where you had been fighting the Dracolich prior. What do you want to do? It looks exactly like it did when you left.
Look for
I'm gonna have Miss Holly point out where exactly the hole was that she saw, where it came out.
Okay.
She would point to the large center of the room where she had cast that fireball earlier. The center, basically in between all 4 of the pillars, looks like dug up, disturbed earth.
Oh,
Well-
we lost, bruh. I'm gonna say right here, Fitz. Right here. I'm gonna point where it looks like what Jacob said.
Okay. I am going to turn into my bear form. And I am just gonna start digging like there's a pot of honey at the bottom of that thing.
Okay.
If I use, wait, which one was I thinking there? I think I can. Yeah, that's a third level spell. Yeah, I got a third level slot. If I use create food and water, I don't have to use a container for the water, do I?
No, you do not.
Okay, so can I create that just above the spot we want to dig and see if I can wash some of this away?
You sure can.
Okay, I'll try that.
All right. How much water
So-
does it create?
30
You're gonna
gallons?
Make me dig through a mud puddle, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm trying to wash away the dirt on the ground.
You didn't make a lot of mud pies as a kid, did you?
Okay. So you cast the spell and create 30 gallons of water, which appears as like a giant water sphere and then just crashes to the ground. It does wash some of the dirt away. And pockets of the ground are now filled with water, particularly the hole that Fitz was digging in. And Fitz got pretty soaked in the process.
I mean, sorry, Fitz. Just trying to help.
Just make sure you mark off your spell slot there.
I already did. It was my last third level slot.
Gotcha. So Fitz is now a wet teddy bear digging. What's anybody else doing?
Um, uh, what are we seeing bones?
You're seeing dirt and rock right now.
No bones. I guess I'm going to be joining in the dig by hand if I have to.
Okay. Fennon will get down, as will Fallon, and start digging with you. Now, are you all digging in the same spot, or are you spreading
Yeah,
out?
generally.
Generally. Okay. Miss Holly, what are you up to?
I'm gonna help digging.
But you're gonna get dirt under your nails.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it very slowly and carefully.
You got any spells in there that might help?
I mean, mm, I can just blow dirt. I mean, anything that I can do would be more like destruction, more like moving stuff around. Unless, okay, I have an idea. Can I do Chaos Bolt but use Psychic? Just to see if there's any bones or anything that I see?
Say that one more time.
Can I do Chaos Bolt, but for the damage to do Psychic? Just to see if there's any bones or anything that might give us any clues?
No, that's a damage type.
Well, I know, I'm trying to damage the surroundings. by finding.
Well, if you cast a chaos bolt, and if it found a bone, it would potentially damage the bone in the process.
Yeah, I thought about it afterwards. Anybody have any like dust spell or anything?
Hey, DM.
Hmm.
DRG cave.
What?
The image. DRG cave.
Oh. Sorry, I was looking up something else.
That's why I was trying to help.
There you go. So the bubble is about the surface area that looks disturbed.
Okay. I'm guessing that's where I hit it with the water.
Yep. As you continue digging, a few minutes goes by. You can see that the water on the ground has started to crystallize and is freezing.
Can I do a? Damn it. Nothing. Forget it.
Okay. Can I take the 4 torches in my bag, place them at the 4 corners of the area we're digging in, and light them? Kind
Yeah.
of create a. I'll put circles up where I'm.
Yeah,
Where I
you
want to
can
put them.
definitely do that. It'll at least keep it lit if nothing else.
Okay.
Pam, come here.
Kind of figure if we kind of put 4 torches around the circle like I did with the where I put my circles. Maybe they'll emanate enough heat to kind of slow down the freezing process of the water. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think right now he's checking her breath for cheesecake.
Okay. So while you're setting up the torches, Miss Holly kind of walks into the center of the room and goes, "I have an idea."
Not like
And
that. I don't sound like that, but okay.
you kind of do.
I thought it was an accurate representation.
You see Miss Holly disappear, and where she was a moment ago is now a giant badger who immediately starts digging down into the ground and leaving a tunnel in her wake.
Badgers are mean little fuckers.
Honey
Couldn't be like
badgers
a
are.
groundhog. Had to be a badger.
But they're adorable.
Miss Holly, I need you to roll. Just roll a d20 at advantage. This is the badger's perception check to attempt to smell bone as you are burrowing. Okay. So far, you've dug 15 feet straight down, and you don't smell anything that you recognize as bone.
Hmm.
So you have to play in a three-dimensional space right now. Your token is where it is there. Let me get rid of this. And you are 10 feet below the surface that everyone else is standing on. So you can go left, right, up, down, forward, backward.
North,
Kind of where
south, east, west.
Shannon is.
So you want to go this way?
Yeah, a little more higher. A little bit more on top between the 5 and where Fenton is. From that
So,
area.
okay.
Yeah, that area.
Roll a straight d20 in the chat box. At advantage. You kind of get like a whiff of what you think might be bone coming from back over here-ish somewhere. Not that spot exactly, just in that direction.
I'm going that way.
Go ahead and move your token.
Why does it move everything
Oh.
when I try to?
Sorry, it won't let you move that token. You want to head like here?
Wherever I smell the bone.
Okay. I'll say you get to about there. Go ahead and make another check for me.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
could you release Fennon to me, pretty please?
Why is he not released to you?
No,
'Cause you
you
gave him
can't
that's
have
right.
him because you lie with him.
That's right. There you go. You smell them down beneath you. Say you travel down another 20 feet. Go ahead and make another check. You, at the end of that 20 feet, go just a little bit further and find a bone. This bone is probably as big around as you are, and you can't see the ends of it. So it's like if the bone is long way, you come up to it. So here's the bone. You came up to it like here, and it's as
Okay.
big around as you are a badger.
Would you say it's a dragon-sized bone?
Can I tell what's like? Yeah, like how big it is.
Make a nature check.
What?
A nature check.
You know, it's important. It's a tick. Is it long? Is it skinny? You gotta know these things.
Well, it ain't a fucking squirrel bone, that's for sure.
Great.
Girth is very important.
Yeah.
Girl wants to know what kind of bone she's working with here.
Yep. It's always important.
No, this thing is massive. Like, you can't even see the ends of it because it would require excavation. And it's like this big around.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to my normal Holly self.
Are you sure you want to do that? You realize badgers are like this big. This is how much space you have cleared right now.
I want to
You're-
tell everybody what I found.
You're underground.
You're in a
Oh,
hole
that's
about this big underground.
I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole. Forget it. I didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna make like a big noise, like I don't know how they sound, but something kind of making a sound that kind of makes them say like, I think she found something.
Okay, everyone else can make a perception check at disadvantage.
I don't know what honey badgers will sound like, but I'm just trying to get their attention so they can kind of be like, hint, hint. I think she found something.
Yeah, it's an interesting sound they make.
Fennin, you can talk to creatures, can't you? Or they can understand you.
Let me look. Hold on.
It's a racial ability you've got. Maybe not.
I don't have. I know Erdan had it.
That's right. It's Erdan I was thinking of then.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, it's not bugbears. It's whatever Erdan. Furbolg. Furbolgs can speak to plants and trees, and they understand Furbolgs, but Furbolgs can't understand them. Is how it worked. So Fennin, make an insight check.
Apparently, honey badgers make a very tiny sound.
Yes, very much so.
Almost sounds like chipmunks.
So, Pam, what kind of noise were you trying to make?
What was that?
Okay, so it sounds like a dying mouse somewhere down the hole, Fennin.
No.
You okay down there? Chirp twice for no. Once
It's-
for yes.
Her mic isn't picking it up, but she's doing that.
Well, that's twice, so I'm assuming no.
Sounds kind of distressful.
Right. There you go. That's yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Well, why don't you just come back up and we'll figure it out?
I'm gonna go up.
Are you going back the way you came, or are you digging up?
Digging up on the other
Okay.
side, so it's easier for us to come in.
All right. So you dig up, surfacing right next to Fitz there.
You know, you realize we don't have Panfiddlian with us. There's no one small in this crew. your whole just gives us a direction to dig.
Actually,
You really
I
think
have a
you
question.
should plan to crawl down that?
I have a question.
Purple.
Excuse me 1 second.
42.
It's green with purple polka dots.
Nope, just purple.
Oh, sorry. What size creature would fit down that hole?
A badger.
You're right.
What size?
Tiny, small, or medium small creature.
Okay.
Think of a,
So
a
your
fat
average medium is a no-go based on the size of a badger. A badger is considered a medium-sized beast, but because it was tunneling and not like platforming the whole way, I will say it needs to be a small medium.
Okay. I thought, and give me a second, bugbears have the ability to squeeze into a space one size smaller than what they actually are. If I remember correctly. I'm looking for it because I'm pretty sure.
You can
Be in your
move
race
through and
description.
stop in a space large enough for a small creature. So you can absolutely squeeze through this hole if you want to. That being said, it will be a squeeze,
Okay.
which means you'll be like this the whole time.
I mean, you won't be able to even pick the bone up once you get there.
I forget what is that coming out of? Is that
So if you go to your main tab and open up your bugbear under species, it's your sneaky characteristic.
Didn't you take high school science classes? The bone comes from the pants, bro.
True. But it does say without squeezing. you can move through and stop in a space large enough for a small creature.
Yeah,
Say without using.
but I'm not going to say you can go into this small hole and begin doing full-scale excavations without some limitation. Like you'll be able to move through the hole, no issues. But once you're in there, there's no maneuverability for you.
Got it.
You
All
know,
right.
it's like yeah, a cat can go through a hole big enough for its head, but it can't really do anything while it's physically in the hole, you know.
Who knows how to
Unless
make
she
something?
opens her mouth and does something with it.
That's fair enough.
So
I'm not saying you can't do anything. I'm just saying it will be extremely difficult for you to do certain things.
So
We're gonna need you to snatch that bone up with your butt, clench real tight, and start wiggling back up.
Twerk that
Sounds
bad
about
boy
right.
up here.
It's
Twerk
a good
it.
thing. It's a good thing you're
So-
sending Brad down the hole. He's got lots of experience on that one.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what it looks like down there. First off, so Fennon is going to squeeze down there just to get a look at it.
Okay.
And basically, do the same loop.
So to get a look at it, you're going in the hole head first.
I mean, yeah, that's. I can't see any other way.
Okay. There is the hole right here next to Fitz, and the hole between Fitz and Godric. Which one are you going in?
They're both what 5 feet in diameter.
That's
Okay.
just to indicate where the hole is. But yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the one between Godric and Fitz. But before I do so, I'm going to tie some sections of rope around me just in case, because I have a feeling I might get stuck at some point.
Well, while they're playing the game with the hole, I'm gonna look at Fitz and go. She obviously assumes there's something down there. Let's start digging, bud. I'm gonna
Okay.
step over there next to Fitz and start digging around that hole.
I mean, if we're digging, then I'm not going to bother going down there. Just to throw that out there. Because I ain't about to get caved in.
Well, in my mind, we're digging around looking for bones. She just went down into the ground and then came back up. She hasn't said anything, but I'm gonna take a wild crack at it and say if she's not down there looking anymore, she might have found something. So now I'm curious as to what's down there.
All right. Well, why don't we ask her now that she's up here? You know, Pearl, or not Pearl? Damn, too many damn names. Miss Holly. If it's a bone, squeak once. If it's not, squeak twice. I don't hear any squeaks.
Pam, you're too far from the mic. We can't hear you.
You got just one?
Yeah, I think your mic is having issues with your squeaks there, Miss Holly.
It's because
Yeah, I don't
she's
think it
laying
likes
back.
it.
She's laying back on the couch and
No, but you guys
high-pitched
can
noises
hear me
going
fine now. It's just I don't know. I think it doesn't like me doing noises. But yeah, I'm doing for
Yeah.
like
Just say
see,
once or
and-
twice.
once.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. Well, then, I'm not going down there. Let's just dig a hole.
Okay.
I ain't trying to get stuck if I ain't gotta be.
Fair.
So a
Fallon,
bunch.
let's go.
Oh, he's right there with you.
In case you wasn't. Yeah.
He is. So the bunch of you get back to digging, and digging, and digging, and digging, and digging, And digging. And Pam, how long does your thing last for?
My bagger thingy?
No, your change thing. 1 hour.
Better be for a lifetime. Just saying.
So right about the time that you guys get to the bone, Miss Holly reverts back to her normal self. I was hoping I could make that bigger, but apparently fucking not. Okay, we'll do it this way. So there is a large section, probably got about 8 to 10 feet worth of this bone cleared out now. So it's like looking at a sewage pipe almost, like a cross section of a sewage pipe.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm totally freaking muted. Did I understand that right? We have basically a trench dug.
Yeah, think of it like sewage repair, like a sewage line repair. So you've dug down and you've revealed like an 8 to 10 foot section of this quote unquote pipe, which is a large bone.
Okay, but we're not to the bone just yet.
No, you're at the bone. You can see the bone. With the assistance of a badger, you guys managed to dig 35 feet in an hour.
Okay.
Well, badger
We
and a
can't-
werebear.
Fully excavate it, basically.
You can. You just have to keep digging.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
We gotta have a bone, so I'm gonna keep digging.
Okay.
I mean, around it, because we don't have to have the whole entire skeleton, do we? We just need a
No, we
bone.
just need a piece of the dragon's original body.
Oh, I
Of
mean,
course, now that we got
I
this
don't-
big bone, then we're gonna have to find somebody that can make this into magical weapons for us all.
yeah, or
Having established last week that you are familiar with the ceremony, Godric, you would know that you don't even need an entire bone. You just need a piece of the original body
oh,
to
I was
kill it,
gonna look for.
to deal
I
the
was gonna
killing
look for.
blow with,
Okay.
and for the ritual.
Okay. So, I was gonna look for. I was about to say I was gonna look for smaller bones that might be around it, like a piece of knuckle or fingertip or. But since we have this big huge bone exposed, try using. I don't know. Does anybody have it like in? Well, Fitz, you got something sharp in your arsenal. See,
Yeah.
you think you can cut some of this, hack at this bone and chip some pieces off?
Um, sure, but I plan on taking the whole thing because I want it to be made into a great sword specifically for killing this dragon.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need the whole bone for that because, I mean, look at the section we have exposed. That's probably big enough to make a great sword.
All right.
And then some.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but let me rebuttal with this. I would rather dig this whole bone up and have more than we need than to find out that we could have had something really awesome, but we were just a little short.
Okay. Tell you what, let's compromise. Let's go another, I don't know, half an hour worth of digging. If we can't find both ends of this bone in the next half an hour, let's just chop what we need for your sword and for the rituals and whatnot and move on. Because at this point, we're looking at this huge fucking bone and who knows how fucking long this is going to be.
I'm gonna reach in my bag and pull out my crowbar and hammer and say, "Will these help?"
Probably.
Okay. Are we trying to get the whole bone or just pieces?
Fitz wants the whole bone, and I offered it up at least another half an hour worth of digging to see if we can get the whole bone.
Okay.
So leave it to him if he really wants to try and get the whole bone.
Just
I just know the more time we spend with this goddamn bone, the more recovery time he's getting, less recovery time we're getting, and we got to kill this thing.
all right. I'll start chiseling away around it.
I'll start digging too.
So you guys are going to spend another half an hour digging. Without the badger, it moves much slower. You guys are able to uncover less than a foot, but pretty close to a foot in that amount of time of the bone.
Okay. Are we? Does it appear like we're getting anywhere near the ends of the bone, or does it still look like it's straight shaft in the dirt?
Make a nature check. See how much you know about bones.
Oh, I suck at nature, but yeah.
When I could try and help if DM will allow it.
Sure. Go ahead and make a roll. Godric, you know, even without assistance, that bones typically start flaring when they get towards the end. And this bone is pretty symmetrical all the way across what you have exposed. So the end could be just another foot or two, or it could be 10 or 15 feet. You have no way of knowing. But there's no indication that you're nearing the end of the bone.
How much do we have exposed right now?
About 9 feet. So this thing is it's like 3 feet in diameter, and then you have 9 feet in length exposed, roughly.
Bitch, buddy, that's a lot of bone.
Yeah.
Goddard,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you something. Do you honestly believe that we're going to grab this, climb back up into the ship, and then go fight that dragon again?
I mean, get some rest first because we're all wore out from the first go around,
And
and
warm clothes.
yeah, and we got a ritual to perform, and I mean, we're not going head first, but this is the
Do
first
you have
step
any
in.
other solutions?
No, I'm just saying that obviously we are going to need a good long rest to recover our spells and all of that. So
3 days of sleep, sure.
he's going to be completely refilled as well.
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure you didn't think we were just gonna saddle up and ride in there with like no spells, serious physical and emotional damage done to us that hasn't healed yet. So okay, that's all I wanted. Just
No, I'm with you. I know we're not just gonna go, tap him on the shoulder here in an hour, but
okay. I was a little concerned
Yeah.
that's where you were going. I understand you've got a history with this dude, and I am completely with you on smiting his ass. I just want to make sure we're being realistic about this.
yeah. I got you.
So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say that still doesn't answer. That answers your question, but didn't answer the big question. Are we gonna chop it off at what ends we can see, or are we gonna negotiate more dig time?
Well, here's the thing.
How hard packed is this ground?
This deep, it's pretty rough. It's a lot of rock.
Is it rock or ice?
Well, you're 35 feet below the surface you can see, so you're down to rock.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, here's what I want you to do, Godric. We're gonna tie your rope of climbing around it, and you're going to command the rope to go up because it can lift up to 3,000 pounds.
Okay, we can try that. Yeah.
And it's well
A
known
better
that dragon's
idea.
bones are tough but hollow.
I have an idea. Can I use
I'm done.
teleport to teleport the bones back to the ship?
let me look up the details of the spell.
Because it says destination must be known to me. Same plane of existence as me.
Or a single object that you can see within range to a destination you select. If you target an object, it must be able to fit entirely within a 10-foot cube. So, you can get most of it.
Do we need all of it? Or can we get most of it and just teleport it?
I mean, for what we need, most of it will do. But for
Okay.
what Fitz is hoping for, he's hoping for all of it.
I said my options.
Downside to your plan, Miss Holly, you don't have a 7th level spell slot, and your sorcery points can only recover you up to a 5th level slot. So you'd have to wait till tomorrow to do that.
Okay, nay.
Good thought, though. That was inspiration worthy for thinking outside the box with your spells.
That really was a good idea.
Um,
I mean, I personally don't have much more in my inventory that's going to be of much use other than trying to dig this thing out. Do we know that this is the dragon bone?
Make a nature check. Everybody.
Well,
I would
intelligence.
argue that a
Definitely gonna do
Arcana check would work as well.
No. Nature.
because we're trying to decipher the.
It's an archaeology dig, essentially, at this point.
Yeah.
Missing one from Miss Holly.
Ugh, hold on. Cover. Yay.
Oh, fuck. Thank God.
So the 4 of you, Fallon, Fitz, Godric, and Fennon, and well, it could be something else, and Miss Holly just chimes up. Ain't no fucking woolly mammoth climbing up to the top of a mountain to dig a hole and die. Okay? If this is where the dragon was slain, and this is where I saw the dragon come out of the ground, then this has gotta be the dragon.
Is that how I sound saying it?
Yeah, and then you knock on it and hear that it's hollow. See? It's a dragon.
All right.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. Knock, knock. Beep, it's a dragon.
Is he an undead dragon right now?
Well, he's not alive.
He's a Dracolich.
I know, but does that fall under undead?
Make a history check.
That I can do.
Fucking natty 20. Burn that shit.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. What?
Yes, he is considered undead.
Undead. Okay.
As you smirk because you realize your weapons have undead characteristics to it.
No, I was actually thinking about using a spell, but it doesn't affect the undead. So
Ah. Okay.
Well, I think at this point, we should just cut it off where we can to get the most out of it that we can. And let's get the rest, let's get it out of here and see what we can make out of it.
all right. So Fitz, give me a hand, and we'll dig a hole underneath the rope or the bone, so I can get the rope around it. We'll try Fitz's idea with the rope.
We're gonna try to have the ship lifted out, or
No, I got a rope of climbing that can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
So you're gonna try and pull the entire bone out using your magic rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I am trying to appease Fitz. He wants the whole bone. We'll try for the whole bone. I can't guarantee it'll work, but all I can do is try. So I don't know what you want me to, if there's something you want me to do for that, or
No, it'll just take you guys time to dig. I'm Googling how much a dragon weighs to try and calculate how much this bone weighs. Give me a second. Do, 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 do. Cut that in half. Okay. So another half hour or so goes by for you to clear out enough to get the ground underneath cleared away. So you can secure the rope around it. In that amount of time, I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw except for Godric. Fitz, roll that one more time for me. You get advantage. Fen and con save, please. Okay. So you guys dig and eventually get the rope secured. What do you want to do now?
I'll pull out my rope of climbing.
Okay.
Command it to wrap around the bone,
Mhm.
and then command the other end to go up.
Okay.
See if this works.
The end fastened around the bone. You can tell that it's trying to go up. It's lifting and straining against the tons of earth weighing down on this bone, shifting some earth in the process. And then at one point, it just stops all progression. It got maybe 4 inches up from where it was and can't move anymore.
Okay.
I think we start
I
shortening
will.
this bone.
Yeah. Fitz, I don't think the rope idea is going to work here, but we tried. Sorry. I guess the next
Sorry.
step is your crowbar and chisel, hammer, whatever you got
Crowbar
going
and
there.
hammer. See if I can
Yeah.
chisel it.
Yeah. Just go as far to one end as you can and against the earth
Yep.
and break it there, and then go break it on the other end.
Yep. All right. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, strength checks for whoever's doing that.
I'll
I
try
mean-
and see if I can't like push or pull on the bone or something. You try
I
and
was,
give them some leverage.
I was gonna say,
Try and
who's
help
got
them.
the best strength?
Okay, so 2 people make strength checks with advantage, assuming everybody else is helping in whatever way they can.
I, I would assume Fitz at this point in his bear mode would be the strongest of the group.
I'm thinking you and Fitz are probably gonna have. When it comes to strength, I'm kind of Lifting something, totally different story.
One from you as well, Fitz.
Strength
With advantage, please.
Yeah.
with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you to all of 5 minutes using whatever tools you deemed necessary to get pretty clean breaks on both ends of this bone. And there is now a 9 foot long bone segment in the hole with the rope tied around it. And as soon as that last chip breaks free, the bone or the rope starts raising upwards, carrying the bone with it.
So I'm sorry, is this a 9 foot section or a 5 foot section?
9.
Okay.
Noof.
9. We're talking
9.
German now, buddy. 9. 9.
9.
All right. Well,
And about a minute later, it is floating 60 feet up above you.
Might want to
Yeah,
call it back there, bud.
I'm commanding it to go to the ship.
Okay.
So let's head back to the ship. We got what we need.
That won't work because it can only move 60 feet, and then you need to recommand it from a new origin point.
Oh, okay. Is there like a roof? Ceiling of some sorts up there? Some ledge?
There's the top of the mountain, about 80 feet up, 10 feet below the ship.
Okay. I mean, if I can get it to go as far as it can go, well, if there's any kind of, like I said, cliff edge, mountain, roof, something
So,
it can
okay,
land on, so I can
so-
reset the distance.
Let me paint the picture a little bit better right now. So the room you're in is like a domed room with
Right.
a hole in the top. Right now, the bone is about 25 feet off the ground level, which is just about 50 feet shy of that opening. The rope can only move 60 feet at a time until you, like, from where it is right now, if you can get right next to it
Yeah.
with the other end of the rope and tell it to go another 60 feet up, it'll be just above the opening.
Okay. Where's our ropes
They
that we used
are
to rappel?
they are still dangling.
Okay. Well, let's just bring the bone to the rope then, and we'll tie it to the bottom of the rope, and then we'll pull it back up when we get up top.
Okay. So you command it to set down. It sets down right next to the regular rope, which is, we'll say, next to this right torch you set up.
Okay. Well, then we'll. Um, like I got a bunch of magical rope because I suck at knots. Anybody else better at knots?
I can try.
I mean, I don't know what.
Survival.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would probably be pretty proficient with it.
Okay. Well, why don't you take the rope that's dangling and tie it around the bone, and then once we get up top, we'll pull it up.
All right. I will go ahead and do that.
Okay, survival check.
Boom.
You tie a pretty beautiful knot. Somebody went to get certified on what is it, airlifting.
Bowline knots.
Airlifting. So you know that a single knot is stupid because if the bone becomes weight shifted one way, it's just gonna slide out. So you do a V, like a V hook, and tie it on both ends so that it's balanced on the end of the rope.
And it just like looks up and is like doing the whole, hey, take her up.
Oh, we got to get up there first.
All right. So you guys now have a secured bone. What do you want to do?
Climb up top.
Is there anything else in that hole now that we've moved that bone?
There's the little bit of bone on either end of the hole.
But there was like nothing underneath.
More rock.
Okay.
Did we, when we were breaking the bone, was there any fragments?
Oh, I'm sure there were more than a couple.
That was a good one.
Can I grab a handful of the bone shards?
Yeah, you get 7 dagger-sized dragon bone fragments.
Okay.
Dagger-sized, not dagger-shaped, just for record.
Yeah. Yep. Dagger
Make good arrowheads.
sized.
So they're
dragon
like 8,
bone
9 inches long, give or
shard.
take.
Oh, we're talking a fixed blade. Okay.
I didn't say a
7.
switchblade. I said a dagger. Daggers are fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, I got them. They're in my inventory.
Okay. Are you guys just climbing up the rope, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I
don't-
am.
Based on my knowledge of what I know of what's going on, there's nothing around of interest to me. So maybe
The
collect up
ritual-
our torches so we don't lose them.
I'm not super worried about them, but from my recollection of the ritual, do I have everything that I need from here? Is there anything else I need for the ritual I could collect from here?
Uh, no, all you needed for the ritual was the bone. The killing blow must be
Okay.
dealt with a bone from his body, and you require some powdered bone for the ritual itself.
Okay. Well, I can probably powder up some of these
Oh
shards.
yeah, that's way too easy. Yep.
Yeah. So, worst case scenario, I pull one of these shards out and I stab the fucker with it for the killing blow. But
Okay.
okay,
Who's going
then
up the
yeah,
rope
no, I'm
first?
good. What do you want? Athletics?
Athletics. Okay. Who's going up the rope second?
Me.
You can just use that for whenever I go.
Go ahead, Miss Holly.
Okay. Please be good.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, the Arcana.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh, you're about to be super athletic.
You go like most kids in high school and jump on the rope and try to pull yourself up that first section and fall back to the ground. No damage because there wasn't enough fall distance there. But you are tired from digging and just have zero upper body strength at this point.
Listen, athletics is not my thing.
Fennin, you make it about 15 feet up the rope when you lose your grip from being too tired and fall back and jump back down to the ground. No fall damage. It wasn't enough. Fitz, you want to give it a whirl?
It's athletics.
Yes, sir.
Just throw everybody on your back and go, bro.
Godric, you go straight Marine Corps on that rope and don't even use your legs and just upper body the whole way up. You're now standing on the deck of the ship.
Damn right. I'm ready to go.
Fitz, it takes you a minute. You definitely ride the struggle bus, hauling your bare body up that rope. But eventually you get there. Miss Holly and Fennin, you will watch Fallon go and attempt the rope. And he grabs on, and he makes it about 10 feet up. And you hear... And he falls and lands on his back. And does not move.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go and try to help him and shake him, see if he maybe passed out or something.
You walk over to him and give him a quick shake and look at him, and he's breathing, staring at the sky, blinking. He goes, I think something's wrong.
I look
Are
at
you
Fitz.
alright?
Don't say.
I look at Fitz and I say, why didn't you just use your wings, bro?
I'm gonna stay.
Because I need to take another long rest before I can.
Oh, okay.
Miss Holly, you take a look, and Fennin, I'm assuming you would be there taking a look as well. You take a look over Fennin and can see that frostbite had set in, and 4 of his fingers fell off from the pressure of trying to climb.
I'm gonna grab his fingers, and with my breath, I'm gonna try to like warm him up.
Benny's just gonna look at him and be like, "You missing something?"
You
I
know,
think
if I
so.
could only make fire without killing everything, that'd be lovely. Um,
You, I mean, you should be able to. Firebolt on a stick.
He left his
Well-
torches down there. They're still lit.
Yeah.
where
That
is he?
too.
I thought he fell. I thought he probably turned off the fire when it hit the
Oh, no,
eye.
he's on the ground, like, right there. Fitz, you make it up to the ship. Yeah, no, he's on the ground next to the blood pool there. And you're, like, there.
So I'm gonna grab the little flyer torch thingy and gonna put it close to his face
Okay.
and all over his body to see
The
if he warms up.
the aroma of cooked meat is starting to fill the air as you are slow roasting his frostbitten, fallen off fingers.
Okay, let's not do that.
You
Can I
guys, you
see?
don't get it. I'm doing like the whole like.
Can I
Uh,
see this from up there?
From 90 feet away, you see the torch waving back and forth, but you can't make out the details of what's going on down there. You can see Miss Holly, like, dancing back and forth with the torch, like a retard. But you don't know exactly what's going on.
Do I smell the burnt flesh? Is
No.
there enough of that to come up? Okay.
You are way too far away, and the winds are too strong outside.
I'm gonna look at Fitz and go, I think there's something wrong down there, dude.
Do I smell the flesh?
Oh, very much so. You're the one that's making it.
Well, stop then. I'm not trying to burn the guy.
Okay. I think what we need to do is have them like make loops in the rope that they can like step their foot into, and then we just pull them up at this point. I don't know what else to do.
I would say, right as you're here saying that, if you're, how far are they away? 90 feet?
90, probably closer to 100.
So, but close, like yelling distance.
Potentially.
Because I mean, we can
I'd say
get the
100.
druids to turn into oxen.
Potentially.
All of
So,
us just
hold on.
pull these
Let's-
dudes up.
Let's do
I mean,
this
we-
because Fennon's
we
about
have
to
a
shout
horse.
something. Fennon's about to shout something. So Godric and Fitz make a perception check at disadvantage.
I mean, we got a horse. We just attach a rope to the horse and let the horse pull them up.
True.
Oh, what
Well,
a
it
time
is a
to
big
not have a
craft
pulley
horse.
on your ship, right?
Perception at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yes.
Probably because of the distance and the wind.
Distance, and you guys are outside of the cave, so the winds are whistling
Yeah.
past you.
Wind, yep.
So Fitz, you'll be able to hear that Fennon is shouting something, but you're not able to make out what that something is. It sounds like wah 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 wah.
Charlie Brown's mom? When the hell did she get on the crew?
Excuse me 1 second. The dog needs to be let.
Do you think?
Do you think if we write a note, tie it to a rock and drop it, I'm assuming our luck it would crack somebody in the skull.
Okay, so here's a better idea, Fitz. You
Mhm.
get the rope and the horse ready up here. I will go back down, tell them, hold on to the rope. I mean, if he did a good job tying the bone rope to the bone, maybe we could use it like a seat, bench,
Put the rope in the
and
middle and average out the weight.
yeah, and between you and the draft horse, hopefully you can pull them up. Sound like a game plan? You want
Alright.
to try that?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Okay.
See what happens.
I am going to go back down.
Can I send a message?
You sure can. Who do you want to send a message to?
Got Rick.
All right, Godric, you hear a little voice in your head that you recognize as Miss Holly's voice.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm about done with voices in
as
my
you-
head, but okay.
As you glance down, you see her pointing at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Miss Holly, what's the message?
I think Fannin is dying. He's getting frostbite. He has lost a couple of fingers. I have him right here with me.
And you see her hold up her other hand as she's pointing at you. Like,
And I tried my own torch, but I think it's cooking him. That's not good.
I'm as I'm sliding down the rope, I'm gonna yell at Fitz. I think your stepdaughter's becoming a cannibal. She's frying
Whatever makes
fingers
her
down
happy.
here, bro. She's
You-
frying fingers down here, bro.
Well, you
Godric,
never heard of finger food?
Sausage, fingers, it's all the same. Just put a little seasoning on it.
Godric, you fast rope your way down, and you know what you see. I've already described it.
Yeah. Okay, so
With
just put his fingers in his pocket. Um, I know how to fix this. I just
And
can't
it's
do it till
not just what if
tomorrow.
they fall off on the way?
Oh, well, put them in your pocket or your
I'll put them
backpack.
in my pocket.
Okay.
Fallon will have stood up by this point and be like, Sir Godric, I think it's some of my toes too.
No.
We'll get it. We don't need them. We will get them back. I promise.
He
Just
But
needs
like
right
we
them.
now,
We
we need to get you guys back up top. So me and Fitz came up with an idea. We're gonna try and put you three on the bone. Use it like a bench, and Fitz and the draft horse are gonna pull you up. So come have a seat. Hold on tight, and then
Enjoy the ride.
yeah. If they
I'm
follow
not
the
putting my
directions,
daughter on a bone, you pervert.
Nothing bad ever came from riding the banana boat that was towed behind a boat. I mean, we could go with this.
I mean, I'm just coming up with solutions to the problem here. If you don't like it, come up with a new one. Otherwise, sit your ass on the bone and get ready to go for a ride. That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Back in the military again, isn't it?
I couldn't help myself.
Um,
As soon as I said it, that's all I could think of.
Godric, are you climbing back up?
I'm going to make sure that the three of them make it up with the bone, and then hopefully Fitz is bright enough to drop the rope back down so I can climb back up.
Okay. Fitz, go ahead and make a strength check.
Um,
With the assistance of the draft horse, you guys managed to pull them about 20 feet from one end of the ship to the other, and then realize you have nowhere else to go.
Huh?
all right, I'm gonna call for the dwarves.
They come up.
Okay, guys. What we need is everybody to pull on this rope. If any of you have some wild shapes, something incredibly strong, and I'm trying to see.
To answer your face while he's looking at something, Godric, the horse doesn't have hands, so it can't reposition the rope. It can only move with what's
Gotcha.
attached to it.
Okay. This is making sense now. So, in other words, somebody's got to hold the rope, and they need to reposition the
Yeah,
horse.
so if you guys can turn into like silverback gorillas or something, that would be awesome.
We can't do anything
mean-
larger than like a household pet type sized creature.
Well, I mean, they're three healthy dwarves. I know they're healthy because I regenerated all three of their asses.
Oh,
So,
we give
I
the
know
rope
they're
a good
healthy.
tug, and they all spit on their hands and grab onto the rope like they're getting ready for what's that, tug of war.
There we
okay.
go. And then what's the girl's name?
Amber
Misty?
Amber.
Oh,
or Misty. Which one are you talking about? There's two girls. The
Amber,
dwarf girl
Yeah.
or the other one?
the dwarf girl.
Amber.
Um, what we're gonna have you do, Amber, is we're gonna have you basically we're gonna tug as far as we can, then have you retighten the rope onto the horse, so we can all stop, take a breath, get a good grip, and pull a bunch more rope up.
Got it. All right. Go ahead with another round of strength checks.
What the fuck is going on?
Fitz, you are finding you are having a hard time. Not you, Pam.
Hi.
Fitz, you are finding you are having a hard time carrying your weight on this rope tug. These dwarves are like dug in, feet up on the railing, and just clearly they're used to hauling things in by rope to the ship. And before you know it, the rope is secured with the bone right alongside the railing, allowing for Miss Holly, Fallon, and Fennon to climb aboard.
All right, let's get all this on board and get going.
Who's doing what?
I'm waiting.
I know you are. I wasn't talking to you.
Oh. When you say get it all on board, what do you mean by that, Fitz?
Like get on the ship.
All right, like camera's not on, so you can't see me laughing at you, but yeah, I'm gonna drop the rope back down for Godric.
You're gonna
With the bone
leave-
on
leave
it,
the-
or what are you doing?
Yeah, that's where I was going.
No, we're gonna take the bone off and then drop it back down for him.
Okay.
Okay.
So between the lot of you, it's easy work to get the bone on ship, and then you drop the rope back overboard for Godric. Godric, you are spent. There is no climbing of rope in your near future.
Miss Holly, can you send him a message and just tell him to tie it around his waist and we'll haul him up?
I'm gonna send a message to Holly. Put it on his waist, real tight, and hold on, spider monkey.
Here we go.
No grip check
for my
needed
knot.
on that. And with everybody except for Godric from the crew, you have no issues pulling him up and aboard the ship, bringing you all on board, bone in tow.
All right. So I guess
As you climb
we-
aboard, you see Fallon sitting over by the stairs, staring at his hands. He now has 2 thumbs and an index finger. And all the rest of his fingers are sitting on the ground between his legs. You can also see he's removed his boots and does not have any toes.
yeah, he's gonna survive the night though, right? He's not gonna die overnight from this.
He's not bleeding profusely, but he is looking pretty pale.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I think I can do something here.
Could make a medicine check to determine if he needs anything at this moment.
Well, if he's looking rough, I want to do what I did before, where for Fennon, where I stopped the disease from running up his limbs.
So that was
What did I do?
It was one of the restorations.
Great, greater restoration or
Do,
lesser?
give me just a second.
Because greater restoration does curses.
I think I let it go with a lesser because it counted as a
Okay.
poison.
Okay, so I will run a lesser. Let's
Okay.
see what the lessers are. 2. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to do it at 4.
Okay.
That should sustain him overnight, and then I can give him the regenerate in the morning.
Yep. He
'Cause that's a 7th level slot I have now.
he still looks a little rough after the lesser restoration, but some of the color has returned to his face.
I mean, I suppose. Which one? Cure wounds? Is that the bigger one? I think that's a bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a cure wounds too.
Okay. Don't
Just
bother
to give him a
dropping it
little
on
bit.
him because I didn't put any damage on him, but
Okay.
it seems to
So
help a
yeah,
little bit.
between lesser restoration and the healing touch, or cure wounds. Sorry, cure wounds. I'm going to look at Fallon and say, I know it's still rough, bud, but I'm still exhausted from today's events. Let me get a good night's rest, and in the morning we can see about getting you back those missing digits.
He stutters out. Okay, Sir Godric.
Yeah, why don't you go hit the sack, man, and maybe somebody find him an extra blanket.
Yeah, I'll take Fallon to his room and get him all set up, and
We put him in Yurndris's old room, right? Is that how that
I
worked?
think
Or
so. Yeah.
was he down in the crew quarters?
I don't know that we ever said anything for sure, but I think we should put him in Yendris's old room.
I think he had set up down in the lower deck.
I remember you putting him down in the crew's quarters, because wasn't Benin going to take over
Uh,
Yurndris's room?
Fennin,
No,
what?
Benin's got a room.
Fennin has a room.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought,
Yurndris's room's open then. Then yeah, that's no big deal.
Let's just-
You can go there.
I thought he was supposed to be staying in Fitz's room.
Only when it's extra
it's right
cold at night.
I mean,
It's right
he is your
across the
squire.
hallway. He is right across the way from Fitz's room. That's pretty close.
I'm just gonna change
I'd say
that
let him
to
have Yurndris' room.
I'm just gonna change that to a guest room for now, and
That works.
it'll be
Okay,
rotation.
so
irregardless, we'll put him in there tonight
Okay.
and get him covered up really good, and I'll have B make like some chicken broth or something nice and warm, and feed that to him.
Okay.
Just kind of talk to him and keep him calm and try to help with the emotional trauma of watching body parts fall off.
I
okay,
have some
so
fire water if he wants that.
He'll definitely take a big swig to try and help.
what was the condition of Sleusberg last time we were? From my recollection.
At this point, Fennin, your bear form reverts. And I gave you that second mark back because you were still bear from before.
Fennin can change into a bear now?
Not you know what I mean.
He meant fit.
Stop it.
Hey,
I was
I
like,
had a question
sweet.
about that. You said that the bear form thing I could change. Was it like up to my proficiency bonus or proficiency modifier times per day?
No, it's twice per day. It's actually for 1 hour, so it elapsed, but I let that lapse. So it's twice per day for up to an hour at a time.
Okay.
Um, somebody asked something about Sleesburg.
Yeah, I asked what was the condition of Sleesburg the last time from my recollection of that place.
Um, you talk about when you flew past it, what, 4 days ago?
Just that's fine too. I mean, just because I'm pretty sure I've been there. It's a
Yeah,
long
so
time ago. Like,
the last time you visited Sluberg, it was a thriving industrial village. They pretty much provided all of the wood for the entire continent. Like that was the whole purpose of the village. There's some food organizations, and it's not a bad place to visit, but the place is primarily focused around the industry of harvesting lumber while replanting trees to protect the forest.
well,
When you
I'm
flew past it 4 days ago, it looked like it had been attacked. If I recall correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Fennon who saw the city. Some of the buildings were smoking and burnt down, but they were on opposite ends of the village, which clearly indicated that it had been attacked.
okay. Well, looking at the map of Sleesburg, there's a spot right in the center called Chadwick's Customs Blacksmith Weapon Shop. Is that a place we could probably have a sword made?
If it still exists.
Okay. Then I'm going to suggest that we take the Lyra and we head to the outskirts of Sleesburg. Sleesburg. Sleesburg.
Are they going to have some warm clothes there?
Well, it's going to be out of the mountains, so it's going to be warm in general, bud. And find out what condition the place is in and see what we can do about this special weapon and warm clothes. Well, why do we need warm clothes? We got a
We
trunk.
don't at
We
this
quit
point.
fucking freezing our
Yeah.
asses off the next time we need this thing.
Go get yourself a couple extra sets of traveler's clothes from
We're
the trunk. Put them on.
we're gonna be in the desert on top of a tower when we fight him next. So,
Oh, above table, I didn't know that.
oh yeah,
Oh, you weren't
yeah,
here last week, yeah.
you were gone for that. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
I mean, we're
so
gonna be in the desert, then that's a totally different.
no complaints about going to Sleesburg?
I mean, above table, it might not hurt to pick up some cold weather gear if they have it, just in case you ever end up back in an Arctic situation. But
Yeah.
that's just being a helpful DM.
Well, I was still gonna get some anyways.
Were there any I mean, I'm assuming there's some chapels there in Sleesburg.
I mean, at this point, there's no marks for temples of any sort.
So you would know that it's an underdeveloped village. Like I said, they focus on the industry, not on the
Socializing.
betterment of, I forget the word, quality of life aspect.
Okay.
There are some like makeshift places of worship, but there isn't an official temple anywhere in the village.
Okay.
And Godric,
there's
you
no
would
one
also I'm sure you looked at the map, but you would also recall that
Yeah.
they use a prisoner labor for the majority of their workforce.
Yeah. Well, right now, I'm more concerned with the fact that they have a weaponsmith there. So we can deal with that if we need to. But all right, there are no complaints. I guess we're setting course. Looking at the map right there, where the name, Sleesburg.
There's a
How you
pretty good
pronounce that again?
clearing, Schluberg.
Sluberg. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like there's a clearing right there where the name is on the map. I'm gonna suggest
Yeah.
we head there and set her down.
Any opposed?
I was, I
No.
was thinking,
Nope, I'm good.
like right there.
So like
Yeah.
an hour or so's walk away from the village.
Yeah. I
Okay.
I don't want to fly our flying ship right on top of the village. I don't. I want to keep us at a distance.
Fair enough. You can guesstimate from the time it took you to get from Harthen to here. You'll be landed within 3 or 4 hours.
Okay, that's works for me.
Which would be right about sunset time. So,
Okay, I know we're all tired, exhausted. The shop is probably going to be closed by the time we get to town. So I'm gonna say we stay on the ship overnight, sleep, get up in the morning, refreshed, and then head into town. Look into getting this bone turned into a sword.
Sounds good to me.
And
What's
anything
the
else
weight?
anybody can think of. Okay, you got our plans there, DM.
all right. Who is doing what during the 4 hour travel time?
Um,
Bending is going to be resting.
I'm gonna spend a couple hours at the altar in my room. The first couple hours, hour and a half. You know, about half the time of travel,
Okay.
guesstimation. Just trying to talk to Apollo, asking for guidance, that kind of stuff. Um, on our journey to defeat this great evil, and hope and pray that Stuberg has a working weaponsmith that can make something out of this bone.
Okay. Go ahead and move your tokens to wherever you want to be. Fennon, where are you going to be resting at?
In my room.
Okay. And Miss Holly, you're driving, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Fitz and Godric, roll D100s for me, please.
Something that we never discussed. The one draft horse that got left behind. Whose is it?
Purple.
I guess we'll find out when we go to cast the spell.
Let's see. There were 3 of you. So it was Miss Holly's.
Okay.
Okay. Miss Holly, I need an Arcana check from you.
Okay.
All right. Coming down out of the mountain, there's some high winds. Knowing what to expect, you avoid crosswinds or maintain control when crosswinds hit. And manage to not crash the ship coming out of the mountains. And you are now flying about 100 feet over the top of the trees, headed towards Sluberg. Everybody is resting. Let me just get rid of this. Get about
When we
halfway.
get about- Okay. When we hit that point, I want to come up top
Okay. You are up top.
and just keep an eye, probably towards the bow.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out for locals to make sure they're not flipping out, trying to shoot us down.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. It's, I mean, you know that workers are out in the forest most likely, marking trees to be cut or actually felling the trees or, doing lumber shit. But you don't see anything that takes notice of you. You can
Okay.
start to see Schluberg off in the distance. There is still an ample amount of smoke coming from it, as if a building had caught fire. At the halfway mark, is anybody else doing anything different?
Nope.
Nope.
Still praying.
As you approach to land, Godric, go ahead and give me another perception check. So as you approach to land, you can see the city a little more clearly now, even in the waning light. And it's very clear that something has been attacking this village, or some things. A number of buildings have been burned down, and smoke continues to rise from those buildings, indicating that it was within the last day,
Okay.
at least since the last attack. And you'd recall that Fennin had noticed the same thing 4 days ago, so attacks are ongoing, it would
Right.
seem.
All right.
But the ship comes and sets down in a nice clearing, by best guess, about an hour's walk from the village.
Okay. So at this point, what I want to do is gather everybody up.
Before we do that,
There's- mhm.
some of you will have gotten. No, all of you. All of you will get a long rest, or a short rest, sorry. So if you want to roll any hit dice, you may. Try and get some hit points back
Yeah.
for the moment.
Is the ship is docked now?
Yes. I don't think any of you will get spell slots back on a short rest. Some of you might have gotten abilities back, though.
I think the only one close to that would be Miss Holly, who's an elf, right?
You would think.
She can meditate.
She is a half elf, so she doesn't get
Oh.
that.
Okay.
Nope, she gets the advantage on saving throws to be charmed, and she can't be put to sleep by magic.
Okay.
Pam,
No
do you know?
meditation for Miss Holly. Sorry.
Pam, we've never really done a short rest. Do you know how to do the hit dice? Okay, because you've still got like half your hit points missing. You can roll multiple of those hit die. So I'll re-explain. You can roll as many of those hit die as you want, but you only recover half of them the next time you take a long rest.
That's fine.
So, but you could roll all of them to try and get as many hit points back as you want, if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I just want to make sure you take
Yeah.
full advantage if should you choose. Okay. Now that that's done, go ahead, Godric. You said you gather everybody
Okay,
up
so-
on the top deck?
Yes, I'm gonna gather everybody up. Call everybody here.
Fallon
Tell
will
Misty to.
not join.
Yeah, that's fine. Tell Misty just rest because she's been busy. As for the rest of us, I suggest we pair up and do a two-person watch while we rest tonight here in the ship. But with the condition of Sleeberg, something's going on, and I don't want to see us get caught up in it off guard. So I don't care if it's uh, Fennin with one of the Treeborns, Fennin and Fitz, Miss Holly and a Treeborn, me and Miss Holly. I don't care. Just I would like to see two sets of eyes during our rest up on deck, making sure that we're not being assaulted trying to sleep while we sleep.
Oh, okay. We're just resting. Sorry, I thought we were going out and exploring.
No, because as late as it is, we're an hour's walk away from the town, and it'll be, I'm sure, if there is an open or closed time, if they're even shops still working, they'd probably be closed by the time we get there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I suggest we just get some rest tonight and stay on our toes, stay on our guard, and then in the morning we'll go visit town.
I'm good with that.
I will volunteer with first watch.
The Treeborns, along with Trevor, will run a simultaneous watch. So the four of them will rotate through with you to pair off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just
I'll
do
take
one
watch.
one of you at a time.
Got it.
Okay. I'll take second watch.
I could take fourth, I guess.
Okay. So Godric, go ahead and roll perception at advantage.
Pair 18, of course.
Okay. Typical forest behavior. Obviously, there are things moving in the tree line. The ship is probably a good 60, 80 feet off from any tree line landed in this clearing. But even then, you can tell that there's stuff in the forest. It's a forest. There's going to be creatures. Nothing breaches the tree line that you can see.
Okay.
You are close enough that you can hear some semblance of a nightlife coming from Sluberg. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Okay.
But other than that, your watch ends uneventful, and you turn in for the night, waking up Fitz for his watch. Beautiful. Same thing. Other than that, your watch was uneventful, which brings us to Miss Holly. Pam, perception at advantage.
Me?
Yes, you. Beautiful.
No, what are they doing nature? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, roll the right one. Roll it one more time.
Damn it.
It's alright, just roll it regular one more time.
Advantage.
Regular or with a bandit?
Roll it one more time regular, and we'll take the highest of these two rolls.
Oh. Don't yell.
I'm not. Beautiful. So, Miss Holly, your watch, you were partnered up with Trevor. So you spend your time kind of walking around that upper deck with Trevor, noticing all the same things I've previously described. That there's creatures moving through the forest about 100 yards off, but you don't see anything specific. You don't see anything approaching the ship. And then out of nowhere, about halfway through your watch, you hear Misty scream from the helm room. And I need everyone else to make a perception check at disadvantage to see if they hear this as well. Okay. Fennin, you will wake up hearing somebody screaming from the top deck up above you.
Okay.
But it will take you a moment to wake up. So, Misty, Miss Holly, you just heard Misty scream. You know that she had been sleeping in the helm room. What do you want to do?
I'm going to find her.
Okay.
I'm running to find her.
30, 35, 40, 50. So with a dash, you come down from the upper deck and around the corner. And what you see in front of you are two armor-plated air elementals, behind which you see a large blue-skinned humanoid of some sort, but he's got like a wisp for the tail, signifying some type of elemental prowess to him. And he has Misty by the throat and is holding her up off the ground with his left hand, and with his right hand you can see some type of arcane energy flowing between his hand and Misty. And all you hear him say is, "It's mine. It wasn't for you to take."
No! Leave her alone! And I'm gonna send a message to Fitz. Come, help us, please! They have Misty!
Hearing you, the two myrmidons will kind of hunch forward in a ready position, but not approach you. The large blue individual will look over at you. "It's none of your business. Stay out of it." Fitz, you will wake up to the message that Miss Holly just sent. Fennin, you are up and moving at this point.
If possible, he is springing out of his room, banging on the walls, telling everybody to wake up, and
Okay.
making his way towards the top deck.
10.
With his bow and arrow out.
Okay. Thorin needs to be down here, as do they. Godric, make another perception check at disadvantage. Fitz, as you come out of your room, you see Fallon, blanket wrapped around, sword in hand, like leaning against the wall for support, slowly making his way towards the stairs. Godric, you didn't hear shit.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
As I'm leaving, seeing Fallon out there, I'm gonna push him back to the room. Like, no, you need rest.
He literally just like falls over through the doorway and looks up at you with hurt puppy dog eyes.
We'll get you healed
tears,
up, and then
tears
you'll be
starting
back.
to swell slightly.
Don't give me that. This is for your own good. And then I'm
Just
continue screaming, "No, my orphans!"
as you turn to move again, Fennin, you'll reach the top of those stairs coming up, and you can see right around the corner the air elementals and Misty being suspended. I will give you the option if you want to stay visible or make an attempt to hide yourself from them before they spot you.
Oh, you know which one I'm gonna take.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll your stealth checks. And stairwell, we'll call dim lighting, so throw advantage on it.
Okay.
Okay. Peeking around the corner as you flatten yourself against the wall, it appears as if neither of them have noticed you. You see through them the arcane energy being transferred one way or the other between Misty and this large blue individual stops. And Miss Holly, you'll see this as well. And as it stops, he will let go of Misty, who crumples to the ground, seemingly unconscious.
I'm gonna run to where. Well, fuck. I'm going to.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, if I may, I would say, does Fennin? I'm gonna ask, does Fennin see this happen?
Yeah, you see it happen.
If he sees that happen, then he's definitely loosing his arrow at whatever that thing is.
Okay.
That was with Misty.
Okay. Go ahead and make a surprise attack with a -2 modifier.
Okay.
While he's doing that, everyone else go ahead and roll initiative.
You want the -2 modifier on the actual attack roll, correct?
Correct.
So, my question is it a surprise?
It is.
Okay. That would make that an auto crit then.
As long if it hits.
Yeah.
So
I threw that in there.
yeah, you just didn't drop it on. Okay, so it does hit. So it will auto crit. So put all your modifiers on you, and then hold left shift when you drop the damage.
Which that should be the. Hold on. I gotta find me on the combat tracker. There we are. That should be surprise attack.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
I think it's just those two.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Because he doesn't get the.
No, you'll get
the
a
other
bonus
one comes
attack.
on the second attack,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, you get a bonus attack for your the thing.
Dread
The
Ambusher.
Gloomstalker,
Your dread ambusher, yeah.
Okay, so that should be it then. That should be the sneak attack, surprise attack. Why do I feel like there's something else, but I'm missing it? Oh well, if I did, whatever. It's my fault.
And then
Is
hold
this gonna
down.
auto?
You have to hold left shift when you drop the damage on him to make sure it crits.
Okay.
$65. And with that, did you roll initiative, Fennin?
I did not.
Okay,
I was
so-
trying to focus on dropping that stuff, but
That's
I will
fine.
give you one right now.
Go ahead and roll initiative now, because now we are in combat.
Of all the fucking things in the world, double ones. Out of curiosity, does he get his second attack with that?
He does. I don't think so. Give me a second.
Because of his Gloomstalker. Because that should fall under
No.
his.
You get your Dread Ambusher on the first turn of combat. The surprise attack you just took technically precludes combat.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, we're not in combat until you loose that shot, and then once the shot hits, that's when we're in combat.
Yeah. I just assumed that that was the initiation of the combat, which would trigger that. But
the hits is what it is. Because you could miss and him not notice, and then you're still not in combat.
fair. So then, in essence, his first round, he's going to get two attacks then.
Yeah, no, you'll get a full round this turn.
Okay. All right.
Just give me 2 seconds, getting stuff opened up here. All right. Getting pegged by this arrow. Fitz, you would have gotten that move off before we entered combat. Getting pegged by this arrow, Shadal, this giant blue elemental being, go, "You should have stayed out of it. Get them!" And Miss Holly, you will notice a number of individuals show up around the ship.
Lord.
With the first round going to this one, flying over to you. Misses, and its second one crits. This one's gonna come on over. It's gonna take 2 attacks against you. Hits. I don't feel like a 15 should be hitting you, Pam. What do you... No, it should. Right. And this third one is going to fly through the grates, ending up right there. The Myrmidon is going to stand ready. Godric, with the commotion going on, make just a straight perception check.
Freedom.
Oh, it almost stepped to that too. You wake up. It costs 10 feet of your movement to get out of bed, and then you get your full turn.
Good boy, Loki.
You're muted.
Yeah, that's because people came in. I'm grabbing my mace and my shield as I race out.
Do you want me to do the movement calculation for you?
Let's see. 40 doubled is 80 minus 10, 70.
Yep. So that'll put you 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to here. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Fast as fuck, boy. Fitz, you see Godric zoom up the stairs.
I am in my robe, I am in my boots, and I have my shield and my mace. That's it.
Just straight shirt cocking it.
I mean, and I went into my inventory and I took it all off just to be fair. So,
All right. You would have noticed an air elemental back by the galley there as you ran past as well. So that's your.
Well, I saw that. I saw Fitz. So
So that's your action and movement. Anything else for your turn?
uh, yeah, because I don't think there's anything I can do. Everything is action related.
Your boots, which would give
Yeah,
you more movement.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that then.
And they double it, so you get another 80 feet of movement. So
Take me on up.
5, 10, 15 will put you right, we'll say 20 to the top right there. You see Miss Holly with 2 air elementals, one air elemental directly to your left, and another one slightly in front of you. Still got 60 feet of movement, but that's your action, bonus action, and movement for this round.
Okay. So I'm going to head and take the, I'm assuming, attack of opportunity, and I'm rushing to Miss Holly's side.
Okay. He is going to make one. And he misses. The one time your AC isn't like 30, and I miss.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Is that it for your turn then?
Yeah.
All right. Fitz. If you're talking, you're muted, bud. All right. So
I'm just mumbling to myself.
Okay. So that's 25 up to right there. Full 30 will put you level with the air elemental. Okay. That step is going to provoke an opportunity attack, just so you're aware.
I don't give a shit.
Are you dashing?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 opportunity attacks at this point.
Okay.
Before I roll these, were you sleeping in your armor, or did you take them off?
No, I wouldn't have my armor on. I just have my shield and my sword.
All
Or
right.
my, what the hell's that thing called? Sensor?
So go into your inventory, and where the little C or E is, click it until it's completely clear.
Yep, I just did it for you.
Oh,
Okay.
And we need to put your shield on. There we
Yeah,
go.
whatever.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was using it that
for-
whole fight with the dragon. Jeez.
Well, you've been using two-handed weapons, so... Or you've been using them two-handed, so... First opportunity attack against you will... Well, that one didn't get one, but the second one will hit. 15 points of damage.
First one already used it.
Yep.
Reaction
So
on me,
just... right? Yep, just the Elemental 14 got one as you ran past it. And that'll give
Good
you...
teamwork.
That'll give you 15 more feet of movement from where you currently are. And a bonus action.
Let them try and hit me so you can get by. That works. Go team.
I think what I even have that is a bonus action.
I don't think you have much except for like racial abilities, or if you wanted to bear out.
Well, bear is an
Oh,
action.
bear's an action. Yeah.
No, I thought about that.
Yeah, I don't think you have a whole lot. Shield of Faith is a bonus action. So is Misty Step.
Well, Misty Step, isn't that movement action?
No, it just teleports you. It's a bonus action to cast it, and it teleports you 30 feet. So you can get another 30 feet if you bonus action a Misty Step. If you have a spell slot for it. Which, yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I haven't used any of my second yet. Yeah, you know what? I will Misty Step to right there.
Alrighty. And that's all of your economy, so that will be your turn. Elemental 35. Come for you, Godric. First one hits. Second one also hits. Same thing from 39. Crits on that one. Or are you going to negate that? I'm going to roll its second attack while you decide that. And if you want to negate it, I'll give you half that back. You muted.
Oh, shit. I thought I just unmuted myself. I must have muted myself. Fuck.
Well, I heard the and then you went silent, so I think you muted yourself, actually. Did you want to negate that crit?
Yeah, that's what I was. What I was
Okay.
saying was I was checking on this because I have something that negates.
It's your emblem.
Fuck. No, I can't.
Or, no. What was it? Yeah,
I
your...
can't. I can't. Yeah, it's my guardian emblem, but it's on my chest plate.
Ah. Oh, how the
So,
turntables have turned. All right. So the crit stands, misses its second attack. Miss Holly, you're up.
I'm gonna do Acid Splash on Air Elemental 5.
So Acid Splash is a ranged cantrip. It will be disadvantage to cast it. So
Fine.
they'll get advantage on their saving throws.
No, let's do it on Air Elemental 6 and 19.
No. So the way it works, Pam, when you do something ranged, but there's something within melee range of you, doesn't matter what you're trying to hit. If something is within melee range, ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
Right, so 6 and 19 are not at melee. They're on the other side.
I know, but 14 and 5 are. So no matter what you shoot at, it'll be at disadvantage. Because it's like you're trying to avoid them hitting you while you're shooting. Does that make sense?
Okay, so then can I just use my dagger on
You don't-
Elemental
you-
14?
Or you can
You don't
do...
happen to. You got like burning hands, maybe?
No, I don't have that.
She doesn't have any melee cantrips.
Mm-mm.
Okay. No. Okay.
So the exception to that would be magic missile, because there's no roll to hit with that. It just does damage. That's an option.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah.
Spirit
Yeah.
fingers.
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay, let's do Magic Missile and call it a fucking day.
Or something like Maximilian's Earthen Grasp that just creates an area effect. that could
Yeah.
be useful in this kind of situation.
How many missiles does she get? Is it?
Just-
At level 1 it's 3, and then she gets an additional dart for every extra level she tacks on. So you could go up to level 4 and shoot 6 magic missiles at that level.
Let's do that.
Okay, so you've got 6 magic missiles. You can drop them on whichever target you can see that you want.
Okay.
And you don't have to drop all 6 on the same one. You can mix and match. Five, 5, 2, 5. Look at all those 4s. Get it, girl. And now I need you to roll a straight d20 in the chat box.
Shh, Frida.
Oh, that was almost a 1. Okay. So that was your action. You've still got bonus action and movement if you want to do anything with that.
No.
All right. Well, that will bring us to the big blue guy's turn. And he will look at the Myrmidons and say, I got what I wanted. Deal with them. Do a little finagling with his fingers and disappear. Fennin, you're up.
All right. I don't think 6 or 19 has moved yet, right?
I can tell you 6 and 16 have not gone yet.
Okay, 6 and 16. Okay. I would say Fennin would probably know that 6 hasn't gone yet. Seeing as he's standing right there.
Make an insight check. Because 6 and 19 were both readied position, and 19 just maintained that. A 12. I'm gonna say you don't know if either of them have had their turn above table. Fennin wouldn't know that.
Okay.
So to make it fair, I would say roll a d20, and if you get above a 10, it's 19, and below is 6. I think that's the fair way to do it. So it'd be 19. It hits. Eight points of damage, and then you get your
It's just a second attack is all.
Yeah.
Actually,
your sheet open. You get your Dread Ambusher attack.
I don't know that he even gets that.
He does, because this is the first round of combat.
Hold on.
If you take the attack action that turn, which is the first turn of combat, which is this turn, which you did, then you can make one additional attack as part of that action. And if it hits, you get the extra 1d8 on it. Okay. 12 points there.
It's he'll dip back down and take the bonus action to hide.
Just like to the bottom of the stairs there.
Yeah, something out of the line of sight.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
I don't know if that was supposed to be an advantage or not, but
Yeah, it was, sorry. With a 25, I don't think you need it, but okay. Is that it for your turn?
that is it.
Alright. Myrmidon 6. Gonna come up to you, Fitz. Some attacks for you. First one hits. Second one misses. Third one misses. Air Elemental 16 flies through the grates. Joins up below. Half speed. There we go. And that brings us to the top of the round. Air Elemental 14. Godric, you got 2 coming. First one misses. Second one hits. Elemental 5, Miss Holly. First one hits. You fall unconscious. Then moves over to you, Godric. Hits.
I'm going to stone skin this one.
Okay. So you only took 2 damage on that.
Okay.
31. Fennin, you will see an air elemental go past down the hallway there. This Myrmidon comes over to you, Fitz. Oh, that one hits. And that one hits. Godric.
Okay. I'm going to use my healing word, level 1, on Miss Holly. Okay. Did I? Okay. I'm not muted. And
Yeah, you're
then
good.
for my action, I want to cast my word of radiance. Now that everything is within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Looks like 2 successes and 2 fails. 11 points to 14 and 5.
All right. And that's action, bonus action. Hang in there, Miss Holly. We'll get through this.
All right, Fitz.
And that'll be it.
Okay. Fitz is a little perturbed.
That hits. $29 points of damage. And that hits. Another 25 points.
And then he is.
I'd say you get some heal because you got your sensor, right?
I have to use it as like my bonus action.
Oh, okay.
And then I am going to roar at them because I'm just really pissed because someone hurt my orphan and he just fucking disappeared like the cowardly blue piece of shit he is. To try to intimidate these guys.
Okay.
Then that, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright. 35's got 2 coming for you, Godric. First one hits. Second one. I would like to point out for anybody watching the campaign for the first time, this is the most I have hit Godric in the entire campaign. Looks like you took 31 points that round. Fennin, you will see Bairn come up, look left, look right, take a step right, and then you will... where's his shit at? There we go. Hear him chant something. Make sure that's... Yep.
Does he chant Ooga Booga?
Kind of. Sounds similar. Air Mental 39. You guessed it, Godric. First one hits. Second
I'm gonna
one
stone
hits.
skin the second one.
Okay.
Whew. That's a big
Got
one.
all of it.
Shit.
Just as it comes to slam, you... and he bounces off your abs. Your rock-hard abs. Miss Holly, lying on the ground, you come to consciousness. Hurting, but alive and awake.
How weak am I?
Pretty weak. Like
Strong
you've
enough
got...
you can cast magic missile again.
I'm gonna do magic missile for these motherfuckers.
At level 4 again?
I don't even think I have a level 4. Hold on.
I think you do. I don't think you'd used any of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I used one. Yeah, I'll use my second one for
Okay.
this bitches.
Alright.
Fucking pieces of shit.
And I'm gonna assume you want to stand up as well, yeah?
Well, yeah, of course. I could be weak, but they don't know that. These bitches. Okay. So, 1, 2, Freddy, not the moment right now. I'm doing magic missile. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Fennin, you'll see Amber come up the stairs, look left, look right, and run left. And you hear some ooga booga. And then, as if a pole strikes something. That's not supposed to be resisted, but I can't put the thing on. 16. Bear with me. Alright. You hear the clonk clonk familiar mechanical footsteps of B stepping out of the galley. Some squeaks as he looks left and right. Then you hear, "Not on my ship!" And then you hear clunk, 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 distancing away from you.
Typical Fennin. The rest of us are up top dealing with all this shit, and he wants to go downstairs and watch the crew handle things.
What the fuck? I haven't turned yet.
Thorin is going to come up, stand here, look left, look right, flick his wrist to produce a little tiny ball of fire, which he then throws down the hallway. And then turns and faces that direction. And now, Fennin, you are up.
Don't approve this yet.
Okay.
So if my math is correct, that would put me 10 feet from the air elemental.
Yep. Which puts you
so before I
within
make that
range for
move-
melee.
What's that?
Which puts you within range for melee.
Yeah.
So you do want to make that?
Well, I want to see what's I want to see if it's possible to just like do one of the quick sling the bow and pull a dagger, just one.
I would say you don't need to do anything with the bow. You can keep it in your left hand and draw the dagger with your right, because you hold the bow with your non-dominant hand and shoot and pull it with your dominant. So you'd be able to pull a dagger out with your dominant hand and not drop the bow or have to do anything with it.
Perfect. So he's gonna do that, and he will make a swing at this guy.
That'll be at
Let's see.
advantage.
Well, thank God. Let me throw it one more time. Yeah,
That hits.
I'm assuming a 28 hits.
Yeah.
So let me drop his sneak attack. And then boom.
32
like
points of
that.
damage.
Does something else.
I think it's if you
Hold on.
crit with it.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on a 20.
Yeah, it's if you crit it.
So he'd move 20 feet. So he'll take 10 feet to move over here.
You have the
Thinking
mobile
of-
feet, right? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Even if I didn't have it, I was 10 feet from him.
True.
Oh, actually, you know what? I have 40 feet, so that would have been 30. So I'll use another 10 to hit the stairs. And I'll bonus action. I'm guessing just based on the lighting of the stairs right there, I'll try to bonus action hide.
With advantage, yep. Go ahead.
And that'll be the end of my turn with that roll.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to Myrmidon 6, who is going to disengage, step back slightly, and hold a readied position facing you, Fitz. Elemental 16. Bear with me just 1 second. I have to double check a couple things. Alright, yep. He's gonna swing once at B, hitting. And once at Amber, hitting. Alright. In a flash of what the fuck, a giant rock hails down from up above and slams into Air Elemental 35.
You say in a flash of what the fuck?
I sure did. And that needs to take... Oh, nope.
What is
That's
this?
exactly what that is.
What is this?
Fallon.
It's a game of D&D. That's what this is. Does that answer your question, Pam?
Going to attempt to swing his sword and lazily miss as he struggles to even hold on to it. And that... No, it's not. I forgot to put that in the initiative. So we're going to do his turn now. Good old draft horse runs over.
I was like, when did we get the black steed of death?
It's Miss Holly's horse.
That should have been at advantage.
That is death's steed right there. It was the...
Runs over, gives a swift kick, and that brings us to the top of the next round. I'll give you guys the option. There's 6 minutes left. You want to play another round, or you want to save it for next week?
Yeah, if we go over a little bit, we go over a little bit. I'm good.
I'm good for one more round. Only because I
Yeah.
won't be here next week, so...
Fitz, you good with that?
Yeah.
All right, one more round it is. I'll try to do all these NPCs quickly. One for Godric, natty ones. Godric, Miss Holly, if you want to take an opportunity attack on 14, go for it.
I don't get one.
Why not?
My stone endurance.
Okay.
It's my reaction.
Second swing's going to come at you for 21 points of damage.
At least I think. Let me double check that.
It doesn't.
Sorry.
You don't get your reaction back until it's your turn again.
Yeah, that part I remember. But I'm double checking to see if it actually uses my reaction. I think it does.
I'm pretty sure it would.
No, it doesn't say anything about a reaction. It just says you can supernaturally draw an unyielding stone to shrug off harm. When you take
Okay.
damage, you can... Oh, there it is. Reaction.
All right.
It was in the middle of the paragraph.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was right. It is. So no, I don't get one.
Pam, did you want to take an opportunity attack against Elemental 14?
Yeah.
All right. Let me clear all your targets so you don't hit 5 things. Go ahead.
Since I have him in front of my face, I'm gonna use my dagger.
Okay.
You don't have Warcaster, do you?
She does, but we already determined she doesn't have any melee cantrips. You could cast
As a
a regular spell.
Yeah, I was
Just
gonna
has to
say
be an action.
her Warcaster should allow her to cast Magic Missile again if
Yeah,
she's got the
so,
slots.
well, no, it can only target one creature, whatever the spell is.
Oh,
So, Pam, if you want, you can cast a spell instead of doing a melee attack. It just has to be something that can only target one creature. So you could do like your Firebolt, Frostbite, or Ray of Frost. You'll just have to do it at disadvantage.
I'll do Ray of Frost.
Okay, just click disadvantage and then roll away.
you can do this. You can do this.
I think that hits. Give me. Yep, that hits. Seven points of frost, cold damage to it.
Cool.
Hey.
Air Elemental 5 is going to fly up here. Neither of you get attacks of opportunities because you don't have any reactions. And it is going to take a swing at Trevor. Two of them both missing. Air Elemental 31. Slam both ways. First one to hit Baron is going to hit. Second one for... What the hell just happened? Oh, concentration. And then misses Fallon. That brings us up to 19. 19 is going to disengage and take a couple steps back from you, Fitz. What's up, Mike?
I'm gonna say Air Elemental number 5 needs to be fired. Like just straight fire that fucker. He can't hit a tree. A fucking tree.
The tree does... It's a bendy tree. He can move.
Don't give me that shit. It's a fucking tall ass tree. That
And it's-
fucker couldn't hit a tree.
It's not that the elemental
tread,
didn't hit
motherfucker.
him. It's that he didn't hit him hard enough for it to matter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But 19 backs off from you. Still facing you, but backing up a little bit, Fitz. Godric, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before.
Okay.
Word of healing on Miss Holly. For my bonus action at level 1. And then again with the Word of Radiance. We'll take 2. It's worth something.
All right.
Okay. And then, yeah, we're gonna make this, Miss Holly. We're gonna make this.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
That's it.
All right. Good old draft horse. Elemental 14 with a hit. Turns around and kicks it where its face should be. 6 points of damage. Fitz, you're up.
Why do I feel like this suddenly turned into an episode of Spaceballs where, you know, the zoo's emptying out for the fight?
We stopped for one night's rest, and we're gonna end up at TPK. What the fuck?
Just in time for the new player's handbook.
Yeah.
It's not my plan. First swing misses. Second swing hits.
Hey, I got Godric the second prepped.
23 points of damage there.
No, that was to hit.
Oh, that was to hit. Okay.
Still 23 points of damage.
Beautiful.
It's interesting. Okay, yeah. So apparently that's how much I wanted to hurt him. And that's it for me.
Alright. Elemental 35. One for you, Godric. Auto misses. And you do have your reaction back if you want to take it.
Negatory. Not on this one.
Okay. Second one for the draft horse.
Wait a minute. I have Warcaster.
Yes, you do.
So, can I use my reaction to cast a spell?
Yeah, as long as it only targets one creature.
Myself.
Give me a second.
I want. It doesn't specify what I have to target.
No, it does say at the creature.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Damn.
The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature.
Okay, then no.
That's a good
I'm
call,
gonna hold
though.
it then. Yeah.
mean,
Well,
one
I mean,
creature-
a quick fucking cure wounds would really help right now. That's why I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All
But
right.
no, if I can't do that, then no. I'm gonna
That-
use it.
ends his turn. Bear with me here. Oh, where the fuck is it? There it is. Fennin, from around the corner, you hear a bear. If I could find the damn thing. There it is. Yeah, you hear a bear. And then some commotion. This elemental, Godric, hits.
Okay, I'm gonna stone skin this one
Okay.
once I find it. Okay.
8 points back. He's got one more for you.
Of course he does.
Misses.
Yes. Fuck.
Miss Holly, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do magic missile one more time.
Okay. No. You've cast it at... Oh, no. Never mind. You're good. You got one more.
Yes, thank you. Hold on. Any minute. Okay. Did I target myself?
No, you did. There you go. I cleared it. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I did.
Okay, so 14, 35, 39, and the other two bitches. Okay.
And you can see 5 as well for the 6th one, if you want.
Where the heck is 5?
Directly
Up there
above
by
you.
Trent.
Here. I got you. You got him targeted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
There you go. So that's your action. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Alright. Amber's gonna do some shit as well.
I would just like to make a note that earlier in the day, these guys were asked to shift into something that would help pull the fucking rope up. I think a bear would have helped pull the rope up. I'm just gonna
That,
put that out there.
pretty sure they also responded with, "Oh, we don't need that," and saved their shapes.
No, they just said we can't really
House
use
pet.
anything other than a large animal
House pet.
or a large house pet.
Oh,
Yeah, that was.
well,
Yep.
I retcon apologize.
Oh, that's fine. It worked out, but
Velociraptor? What the fuck?
They're from the Astral Sea, bro. They seen some shit.
Apparently so.
I don't have a token for the raptors, though, so to deal with that.
How come none of
What's
them's
next?
turning into a bugbear or an owl bear?
What's next?
in-
Thorn's gonna go fucking T-Rex? What the fuck?
Core rules, you actually can't wild shape into a owlbear because it's considered a monstrosity, not a beast.
Yeah, I think after the movie, everyone's just accepted that's gonna happen everywhere now.
Yeah. Well.
Its cool factor just went up way too high.
How much movement do these things have? Beautiful. Fenin, this two-legged reptilian creature that you've never seen before, runs past you and up the stairs. Not knowing what it is, if you would like to take an opportunity attack.
I didn't see this thing coming at all.
It came around the corner and is directly above you on the stairs.
And it just completely ignored me and went past. And
Yeah.
I think Fenin's reaction to that would be, "What the fuck?"
Fair.
I don't know that he would attack it.
That's it.
'Cause
No
it's
more fire, water before bed for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those moments of,
Did
dude,
I
what the
just
fuck
see
was
that?
that? Yeah, exactly.
With that, it is your turn, Fenin.
I'm going to ask, because I don't currently know, and considering the fact that something just ran past me, is there room for me to move up the stairs? Or no? I'm not entirely sure where these stairs...
You can move
come
5
at.
feet to get... Oh, shit. You are right. Those... So he actually would have ended up there. Thank you. I had the stairs messed up. So yeah, you can definitely get up the stairs.
Okay.
Well, if he was using, or if he went to, if Thorn, I'm assuming that is, went after Air Elemental 39, he would have used the other steps.
Except
So he wouldn't have ran past Fenin. He would have ran in front of Fenin.
That's what I was saying where I fucked up. These stairs go down to the lower level. These are stairs come up to right here. That's why I moved his token. Now I'm going to leave the damage on 39 because I don't feel like finding him and undoing it. But he's actually right there.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think here. Fenin would probably not draw too much attention to himself. Would probably pop his head upstairs and see if there's anything he can take a shot at.
So 10 feet of movement will get you right there and get you line of sight on Myrmidon 6.
Okay. So I would say, if acceptable, using a bonus action to maybe put his dagger away.
So super simple movements don't cost anything on the economy. So you can sheath it for nothing.
Okay. So yeah, I would say he would sheath it, probably knock an arrow and shoot at Myrmidon 6.
Okay.
I'm
and
guessing that's just a
that'll be at
regular.
advantage.
Oh, okay.
You're hidden from it, so that's advantage.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was thinking of Misty.
No, Misty's out of the conversation. She's lying on the ground, possibly dead, presumably unconscious. 19 will hit.
What is up with me rolling doubles today?
A lot of people been rolling doubles. You didn't put your sneak attack on.
He doesn't get she.
You had advantage on the rolls, so you get sneak attack.
How much is sneak attack? That's what, 5d6? You want me to just roll 5d6?
Yeah, do that.
4, 5.
He's up next, so he's right there. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I figured that was probably easier than trying to.
All good. Anything else for your turn?
He'll dip back down into the shadows again and make a stealth.
At advantage. Okay. You are hidden. Anything else for your turn?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Myrmidon 6 steps up to you, Fitz, after its moment of what the fuck. Hits. Hits. And hits. Air Elemental 16. 1 for B. Hits. And 1 for VRAP. Also hits. And this one turns back into Amber. Trevor starts flailing his tree branches around. First one hits. Second one misses. Fallon drunkenly swings his sword, losing his grip, and falls down. Spends the rest of his turn trying to get back up. And that concludes the round and tonight's episode. Thanks everybody for coming to watch. A little stressful at the end, but we'll see how it turns out next week. Make sure you tune in Sunday for Waters of the Deep, Wednesday for Curse of Strahd, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye!